Hello and welcome to Coffee Moaning. Morning guys, how are we all? It's another morning, it's another day nearer Christmas where we can give away lots of presents to loved ones and sit inside a room and we can't see anybody apart from the moon. How are we all? Morning, it's snowing in Norfolk, is it? Wow, me and Kiki are supposed to be doing a run today. It doesn't look like it's going to snow here, but maybe it is. Leo, you are 42 seconds late, so I don't think you've missed much, Leo. In fact, you're the first name I've called out. Katie, good morning. Cassie Miles, good morning. Emma Staple, Naz Iqbal, Bethy Kitch, Claire Mallin, Jackie Roswell, Bethan Williams, Margaret O'Brien, Brenda McGee, Sky Elise, Teresa Saunders, Steph Schultz. Good morning. Good morning, one and all. Shara Louis, Karen W, Nicola Jenkins, Chloe Williams. How are we? How are you? How are we? How are you? How are we? This week's gone fast. So Nanny Di hasn't hit the Vlogmas yet, has she? Literally trying to get ahead of myself today. So I've pretty much edited the vlog for tonight, so that's going to be scheduled for an 8 o'clock landing. Thank you for all your lovely comments. Thank you. It's really, really heartwarming to see all your comments and to feel at least that we're entertaining. I mean, we just literally go at it like, as you probably noticed, like a pair of dogs on heat, and then just keep our fingers crossed as to what comes out. We actively don't want to be. Well, not actively, because that's just we're not. We don't want to pretend we're anything other than what we are. So, Sky Elise, you've been up. Yes, welcome to the world of editing. I can't wait to see it. That's really exciting. A compilation of Vlogmas. Is that this? Can't be this Vlogmas. Must be other Vlogmases, mustn't it? Did anyone else catch Nadia's mathematical gaffe last night, which I did a little clip of for her to post on her Insta stories? It's very funny. Yeah, no. We relish and revel in the fact that we don't want millions and millions of subscribers. We just want to cater for a little niche group of you who like the fact that we're chaotic, real, and mucky. We like mucky in every category. Because we just think, you know, it's really rare, isn't it, to be a perfect person. So, you know, usually when you sit there in a state of sort of, oh, why are they like that? Why like that? Usually you come from a position of assumed perfection, but no one's perfect. So, you know, hopefully the vast majority of you, that's quite relatable. I just finished watching Vlogmas before this live, Bethan Williams. Bless you. It's a funny one tonight. It's a bit of a... Who remembers that scene in Elf where he drinks all the Diet Coke? Do you remember that scene? I mean, on that note, if you remember that scene, you'll get a sense of what happens tonight. My God, that's a good coffee. What was I going to say? You can always go back to it, Emma McGregor, can't you? Thank you, Gilda Forster. And thank you to those, I do see them progression, not perfection. Tim Reed, you've nailed it once again. You're absolutely right. Don't strive for perfection, progression. Just be okay. As my cognitive behavioral therapist once said, why are we striving for, why are we striving for perfection? Why are we striving for excellence? Just be good enough. Good enough. So Elf, yes, you know Elf. Let me just quickly ask you, chuck at me right now, what are your favourite Christmas movies? Look what I found in the loft. That means one of two things. Someone very small has lost their sword. Well, it probably only means that, really, I think. I don't think there's any other answer for it. It's got to be someone very small. Polar Express, The Grinch, The Holiday, Muppet Christmas Carol. I think we've talked about this before, but it's always nice, isn't it? Home Alone, Love Actually. Isn't it funny how Gremlins has become sort of a Christmas film? Bad Santa, Claire Smiley. I'll tell you a couple of films that I've really loved. Is it Daddy's Home 2? Daddy's Home 2? That's so funny with Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, God, what's the name of the guy? Mel Gibson. John, whatever his name was, who played Winston Churchill in The Crown. Christmas Chronicles, Christmas Vacation is best. Daddy's Home is ace, isn't it, Claire Smiley? Scrooge, Sarah Fox. We also really like A Christmas Carol. We like A Christmas Carol, the one with the animation with Jim Carrey. The Snowman, Emma Staple, that's nice. It's a Wonderful Life and Elf. They're lovely, aren't they? Mrs. Miracle and Annie Christmas Comes to Town. Yeah. Maggie N, next year's #1 is definitely going to be me on the piano and Nadia singing. You're damn right. The Grinch, I love The Grinch. Nadia hates The Grinch. I love The Grinch. I think it's one of Jim Carrey's best performances. Muppet Christmas Carol, a lot of people say that. And I must admit, I'm the Muppets, even as a child, I never really gelled with the Muppets. I found Miss Piggy annoying. I found Kermit whiny. I found it didn't do it for me. But I accept that I'm the wrong one there, because everyone talks about Muppets Christmas Carol being a great movie. Santa Claus with Tim Allen is always a good one. I like Tim Allen. Isn't Tim Allen the guy who does the voice of Buzz Lightyear? Hi Jacqueline Frost, Raspberry Mojito Girl, Muppets Christmas Carol classic. Yeah, maybe we need to watch it. Uncle Buck, The Family Stone. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Teresa A. That's very kind of you. Narnia. Oh, that's magical. I loved The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe when I read it as a boy. I loved it. I just, the Turkish delight, the satyr, whatever his name is, the half man, half deer. The idea, I remember climbing into the cupboard that we had. It wasn't ours, it came with the flat that we were in. But my mum's clothes were in it. And I remember I'd get in and I'd push through her clothes and I'd rub my nose and bang my head against, Mr. Tumnus, that's it, and bang my nose against the back of the wardrobe, wishing and willing a door to fall open. Would you? Yeah. I don't know. Do kids have that same sort of thing? The Secret Garden, Pauline Matthews. She is Anne Comey, yeah. The Greatest Store with Dervla Kerwin and Ricky Tomlinson. Oh, I don't know that. Nancy King. You did that too, Lucy Heaney. Yeah, a huge part of my childhood. I wonder if kids of today would be so analog. I wonder if they'd go into a cupboard and stupidly try to get out the back of it. You say that to a kid now, they'd probably think you needed to be sectioned. Lucy Gale, nice little wink there. So, did you manage to find advent calendars? You will find out in Vlogmas. But put it this way, they make it bloody hard, don't they? They make it bloody hard. I'd have thought, well, mind you, a lot of you were saying that you couldn't get them for weeks, days, months, years. That we're going to have to buy this year's advents for next year. I was surprised the girls wanted them. I thought they'd be far too cool for school. Isn't that funny? It's the funny thing with teenagers and tweens, isn't it? They don't want to be kids, but they want to be kids. Do you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I don't know if it's landed actually. New Confessions of a Modern Parent goes up today about being embarrassing parents, which of course we are. So that should be good. But go to our Instagram posts and we'll put swipe throughs and all that sort of stuff. It hadn't landed early, and there were a few issues the last 2 weeks with it being uploaded at the wrong speed. So I sounded like I was on crack, and Nadia sounded like she'd taken helium. Sarah Elliott, were all kids really? I think so. I think it's really important. I've talked about this a lot, I think, when we were talking about homeschooling, our homeschooling book. I think it's really sad that when you're in the workplace or when you're working and stuff like that, if you look like you're having a good time, there's an assumption you can't be working hard. I think that's just wrong. Oh, it has been uploaded. Okay, good. Thanks, Skylis. Well, there you go. It's all about being embarrassing parents. What embarrasses kids the most? Carlitos, very funny with his instances. And it seems like it's part of the journey and part of the job description, doesn't it? Being embarrassing. We've certainly embarrassed the girls already this Vlogmas. Miss Spice, imagine losing your inner child. Yeah, it's kind of like, I think you must be made of stone if you think it's really important to lose. Here's the thing, it's your life. It's no one else's. There's a lot of people out there telling people how to live their lives, but it's your life. It's your life. You're given one life. And I think live it how you want to live it, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So stay in touch with your inner child. We're big on inner children. We're huge outer children here. God, I'm rambling on about being a child. Anyway, in the news today, and if you feel like it, hit the thumbs up icon and we'll do one of those really odd BBC quizzes later. So I thought I'd pull this up only because you probably noticed there's a little bit of Brexit in the title. Sorry to bring that up after all of this talk but it looks like France are going to piss on the party. It looks like France are going to be the party poopers, and they're threatening to veto whatever agreement could be there because of the whole fishing rights and all that kind of stuff. I just think I'm intrigued to see how this government are going to spin Brexit being fine when food shortages, I mean, the biggest haulage firm in, where is it? UK should brace itself for months of food shortages from the 1st of January, delivery experts say. Europe's largest haulage trade body is talking about months of food shortages due to the Brexit transition period coming to an end in just 4 weeks. So my thinking here and my worry here is, I think we all need to have our wits about us, and we need to make sure that what is coronavirus related doesn't try to sort of shield or cover some of the issues around Brexit. I mean, there's obviously some advantages already to Brexit. We wouldn't have the vaccine on our shores quite so quickly if it wasn't for Brexit. Henrietta Henson, why are France so anti-us? It's a long history of antagonism, isn't there, between us and the French? I think it's mainly around fishing, and I think it's also mainly around the whole Calais migration issue. So I do think it's our job as free-thinking, inquiring, inquisitive members of society to go, hang on a minute. These food shortages aren't because of coronavirus. Those food shortages are actually because of Brexit and things like that. I think we need to be able to distinguish between stuff. And I've got this funny feeling in the new year, we're going to be seeing and feeling a lot of spin around the potentially negative impacts of Brexit in the short term and plonking it on COVID. Who's heard of Thundersnow? Bloody hell. I've done documentaries about tornado hunters in America. We've flown through hurricanes. We've done a documentary about lightning research and people struck by lightning. And in all that time, I've heard of ball lightning, which sometimes strikes airplanes and it rolls down the plane and then comes out the back. And it's actually quite normal and quite frequent, more frequent than you'd think. But thundersnow, this is something that was happening in Scotland last night. Believe this, UK weather, Edinburgh hit by thundersnow during an extraordinarily loud storm. Yeah, apparently people in Edinburgh were woken up by huge banging sounds, and they were worried it was the bombs going off. It sounded like I live between Glasgow and Edinburgh on the Central Belt, and it's raining. Did you hear anything, Laura 89? Many speculated that the unusual storm had been a thunderstorm or a thunder snowstorm, a phenomenon which happens when thunder and lightning mix with heavy snowstorm. Happened to be awake, went outside to watch the snow and turned into a near-death experience. Timing was impeccable, actually shaking, said someone in Edinburgh. I've had a dramatic awakening with thunder snow, making many Scots wonder if 2020 was serving humanity another survival challenge. Bloody hell. Claire Smiley, you've got the storm on video. Send it to me on Instagram. I want to see it. Bloody hell, we have received a number of calls, said police control in Scotland, regarding people concerned about explosions. Please do not be alarmed. We are currently experiencing thunder and lightning in a snowstorm. Wow. It's quite dramatic into the year coming, isn't it? I mean, there's Trump sort of still threatening. I mean, I can't get Trump. I can't work out whether Trump's leaving or not leaving. On the one hand, I've heard that he's going to launch his campaign for 2024 on the day of the inauguration. Then I've heard that he's not leaving until they bring proof of the numbers to him. I literally don't know. Every day it changes. And there comes the rain. Can you hear the rain? Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Oh no, we were going for a run. So thunderstorms, that sort of sounds exciting, but at the same time, very scary. Snow bombs, Henrietta Henson, you're right. Imagine a snow bomb. I love drinking out of this cup. You've probably noticed that. Sorry to pause things whilst I just imbibe the only allowed stimulant. Don't worry, I'll be sniffing glue tonight. Oh, that's, where are the doggies? The doggies are chilled out, guarding their esophaguses in a strange Mexican standoff. I'm pleased I found his trumpet though. I'm going to blow her trumpet later. It's how I wake up everyone, and it's how I kind of tell everyone that we're about to shoot Vlogmas. Bit of a blow on the old trumpet. Not a lot comes out there, you've probably noticed already. Sam JP, I have already bought for Christmas dinner, and I've bought frozen veg so that if I can't get fresh just before then, Christmas dinner won't be ruined. Snow now in Nottingley, West Yorkshire. Tina Davis, the trumpet was brilliant. Oh. Well, we have a very nice bauble chat in one of the next Vlogmases coming up with Nanny Di. It's very sweet, actually. It's quite calm. It's quite, you know, we're trying to give you, I mean, obviously our choices are things to do. I mean, I think it was about this time last year we went to Fortnum and Mason's with Lisa, Dina, Nadia and myself. And me, Nadia and the girls went to Liberties. I don't know if you remember, and Nadia kind of broke some of the baubles. You know, that sort of activity, it's really weird. Just in the vlog that you've seen of me going to the supermarket where you can't go in unless you're just a solitary person. You can't go in groups in the household. It removes that capacity to do any sort of interactive, chitty-chatty stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's quite hard. It's quite hard to film stuff without it being all behind a mask and just very repetitive. So we're trying to mix it up tonally so that you get little moments. I think there was a moment last night in last night's vlog where we kind of talked about our hopes for this Christmas. I mean, I think we both genuinely do think that, you know, the enforced slowing down of things might make us, not even on a material basis, though that's obvious for most people, but even on an emotional or spiritual basis, that we just have to, our horizons have had to come a lot closer to us, haven't they? So maybe the kind of Christmas we're going to have emotionally, as much as, you know, materially and what we buy and all that kind of stuff, is going to be potentially more meaningful this year. Because we are, you know, it's always a time for reflection, and we've got a hell of a year to reflect on. Angie Knowles. Where's Angie Knowles? Angela Knowles. Angela, hope everyone's okay. Have you got your card yet, Angela Knowles? I hope you have. Nicholas Sinnott, hi Mark, thank you so much for all your hard work on this channel. Oh, bless you, Amanda Honer, that's fine. You do great, you and your family on my TV now. Well, it's funny actually you should say that. The BBC are losing a lot of over 55 viewers, not necessarily to YouTube, but a lot of over 55s, which is the BBC's bread and butter, are evacuating and heading off to streaming services. So, you know, I do think a lot of mediums are in trouble. Cinema, television, conventional content, all that kind of stuff. You know, in the new year, I'm just in the process of setting up with two of my friends, hopefully going to be researching this, but we're going to be launching this new County Secret series. I don't know when the first one will go out. Again, it's dependent on lockdowns and tiers and all that kind of malarkey. But, you know, the idea of being able to sort of drop TV programs or make TV programs elsewhere, or people get their content elsewhere, is yeah. Tim Reid, you don't watch the BBC anymore. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I haven't worked for the BBC for years. I don't watch the BBC anymore. I really don't. That sort of scheduled viewing is quite old-fashioned, isn't it? It's quite old-fashioned. Yeah, communities are the way forward, done 9977. Channel 5 have done very well in recent years. Yeah, you're right, they have shifted things around. Yeah, we did quite a few docs for them. Anyway, coldest night of the year is anticipated tonight. Not surprising, because there's been Thundersnow. But I think we should have a little bit of a Friday morning quizette of the news of the week. What do you say? What say you? Hit the thumbs up if you think so. See if you can get us to, I don't know, 150 thumbs up. That would be nice, wouldn't it? See if you can get us there. And then quiz of the week. The first one is about George Clooney, who, bless him, has sent us a fabulous coffee maker, which is really nice. Other news knocking about at the moment. Piers Morgan, what's that? Strictly's Giovanni Pernice reckons he's the person to break Piers Morgan. California man punches a 350-pound bear that attacked his pet dog. You've got to be a brave man to punch a bear. I filmed with bears. They're frightening. Yeah, dark, yeah. Care home staff and over 80s are going to take priority over NHS workers for COVID vaccine. The Queen is down to her last dog after the death of her beloved doggy Vulcan. Oh no, the corgis are going. Candy is still alive. Oh, bless. That's quite humanising, isn't it? To think of the Queen and her dogs. I've talked about UK bracing for food shortages and things like that. So yeah, I know, isn't that sweet? Oh, Bobby Ward, we filmed with grizzlies just on the border between Montana and Canada. There were habituated grizzly bears that were coming down into the Whitefish, Montana, that's where we're filming, and they were coming down into the town. We had footage of them literally coming down the street, almost like on their back feet, like that. It's quite something. Anyway, we went, not hunting as in to kill, we went to tag them, but we intercepted a baby grizzly, and its mum had separated, and then we had to find the mum because they get very angry if they're separated from their baby. So it was quite exciting. Fauci, well, I've had a lot of time for Fauci over in the US, has had to issue an apology for suggesting that we've rushed the vaccine approval. He didn't want to suggest that we were a bit sloppy. He has a great deal of confidence in what the UK does scientifically. But there was a sort of inference, wasn't there, yesterday, that perhaps we've moved a bit too fast. First batches of vaccines arrived in the UK. I love the TV coverage of this, actually, last night. They had footage of trucks arriving from Belgium, and they said, the news reporter had to say, these might not be the trucks. Kind of diminished the excitement of the report. Do you know what I mean? Felt like we could have just gone to the M25 and shot a load of trucks and said the vaccines arrived. But yeah, there's lots of footage. I mean, we're going to see a lot of images now on the news. I do find it really funny watching the picture editors frantically work. I mean, we do something similar when we do the news on the No Name Sunday show. You know, sometimes we supplement the headlines with pictures. But everywhere we look now, we're going to see men with enormous deep freezer resistant gloves, picking steaming trays of ice and all that sort of stuff, aren't we? And huge industrial-sized refrigerators. Those are the images for now. I love it. It's like picture editors everywhere going, have we got a different image of a fridge? Have we got a different image of a different guy with his hand in a fridge? Oh, has there been talk of Boris having his vaccine live? That's sounding all incredibly like, was it Lyndon Johnson who did something similar in America? It all went terribly wrong. New national restrictions come into force in Wales from 6. Does this affect any of you? Indoor venues such as cinemas, museums, galleries forced to shut, pubs, restaurants and cafes banned from serving alcohol on the premises and limited to takeaway services in the evenings. That's not good, is it? It's all happening again. And as we know, poor old Los Angeles has gone into one of the strictest lockdowns again, with their numbers going through the roof. I can only assume that Thanksgiving has aggravated that, and we need to, I've said it many times, we need to look to what happens after Thanksgiving in America to see what's going to happen here after Christmas. So let's have a little look-see at the quiz of the week, shall we? So the first question today is this. Actor George Clooney revealed the secret to keeping his hair looking tip-top. And it wasn't an exclusive salon. Rather, it was a vacuum-based trimming product marketed to late-night US TV audiences since the 90s. What does he use to keep his hair looking tip-top? Is it a Flowbee, a Fuzzaway, or a Raptoo? Last one sounds like a dinosaur. We're doomed, as they said in Dad's Army, Jane Billing. We're doomed, Mr. Mannering. Implants, oh, Rapto, oh, a Fuzzaway. What do you do? Yeah, Raptoo. A few of you saying Raptoo. Buzzaway, good morning, let's go Raptoo. No, it's a Flowbee. They promise perfect haircuts every time by attaching its hoses and blades to their vacuum cleaner. Bloody hell. Jesus. I might get one of those. Bodybuilder David Prowse, who played Darth Vader in the original Star Wars, died at 85. Along with roles as Frankenstein and Doctor Who monsters, he was also a personal trainer. But which actor did David Prowse help get in shape? Was it John Barrowman, Lou Ferrigno, who played the Incredible Hulk, or Christopher Reeve for the Superman film? I'm not a particularly big fan of George Clooney as an actor, actually. I loved his voiceover work on The Fantastic Mr. Fox. Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk. Lots of you saying the Hulk. You're right, it is the Hulk. God, the Hulk was a real thing in the 70s, wasn't he? You won't like me when I get angry. Wasn't that his line? And suddenly he'd rip. I remember at one of Maddie's birthday parties when she was at school, me dressing as a Hulk. But I didn't realise until too late that I'd got the Hulk outfit for an 11-year-old. So of course it did that natural, it was already designed to look like it had split, but when I put it on, it split even more. It split even more. So I had an 11-year-old's suit and I walked down the cut outside the Young Vic and Old Vic to a restaurant where she was with a cake. Felt such a twat. Ooh, I love a story like this. An almost perfectly preserved skeleton thought to be between 3,000 and 5,000 years old was discovered in Thailand. But what kind of a creature was it? Was it a bride's whale, a great frigate bird, or a Siamese crocodile? I'm going to show you the skeleton. I'm going to show you the skeleton because it's pretty wicked. Look at that. Oh, what's that? So what was it? Was it a bride's whale, a great frigate bird, or a Siamese crocodile? Yeah, I think I'm inclined to say crocodile myself. I'm with you on this. I don't know the bloody answer. Crocodile? Do you reckon crocodile? Should we say crocodile? No, it's a bride's whale. Oh. The music was sad at the end of the Hulk. I might have to play it back again or find it to listen to it. I love hearing the music of the shows that I used to watch when I was young. Afraid it was a whale. Never thought that, would you? Soap opera Coronation Street had to scrap a set-piece stunt planned for its 60th anniversary because of coronavirus. Producers also said a pre-COVID idea for a pandemic-based storyline had been rejected. But why? Was it A, concerns it might panic viewers? B, it was impractical to have so many characters isolated in hospital? And C, it was thought to be too far-fetched? Which one of those reasons stopped them from pursuing a set-piece stunt planned for its 60th anniversary? 1, concerned it might panic viewers. No, it was thought to be too far-fetched. Two writers had suggested that having some form of bird flu spread around the street after being introduced by Tyrone Dobbs doing pigeon racing. But producer Ian McLeod said the consensus was no, it's just far too far-fetched. No one's going to buy that. Fast forward to now, it all looks horribly prescient, as in predictive. Oh, God, they brought that up years ago. Bird flu, an outbreak of bird flu due to pigeon racing. It's quite cool, isn't it? It's often Ryanair, okay, question 5, Ryanair that comes in for criticism when mooting additional charges. But this week, budget airline EasyJet came in for flack on social media for doing what? Introducing coin-operated toilets, making carbon offsetting payments compulsory, or saying customers must pay extra to use overhead lockers. It's getting to the point now where you're going to have to pay to breathe. They're going to issue you with an oxygen tank and you're going to have to pay to breathe. Paying extra. Yeah, I know that one. It's C. That's easy. Yep. But to be fair, all of these businesses, they're fighting for survival. This is a good one, and this is very much a visual one. So let me pull you over here. Our friend in Chiswick will like this one. So here we go. Police were stumped, do you get it, by both the disappearance of a phallic sculpture and whether the development even constituted a crime when the 2-metre wooden statue disappeared. But where was it? Was it in Bavaria, northern Spain, or northwest England? That is... Oh, that's something, isn't it? Police were stumped by the disappearance of a phallic sculpture and whether the development even constituted a crime. Where was it? Spain, northwest England, Spain, Bavaria. Oh, got lots of equal. Let's go. Aliens. Yeah, this is slightly different to... Maybe this is the monolith alien people. Dropped one thinking, this will confuse them. Or maybe the aliens took it thinking it was one of their monoliths. A lot of people saying Spain. No, it's in Grunten, Bavaria. It stood there for 5 years. Oh. Okay. Finally, with drinkers in parts of England only able to stay in the pub when ordering a substantial meal, we've covered this story twice. UK Environment Secretary George Eustice sought to clarify what that meant, but which type of egg did he use as an example? I don't even need to give you the choices. You'll know this. Deviled egg, pickled egg, or Scotch egg? Come on, guys. If you've been attending to things in class, you'll know that the Scotch egg has been all over this coronavirus crisis. It's like egg in the face, egg on my face, isn't it? How did you do? Out of the 7, you got 3 right, Anne-Marie. Well done, that's not bad. It's not bad. Who got 6? I think I'd have got 5, probably. If we don't get that right, there must be something wrong with our brains. Yeah, got that. Rachel says 5, well done. Good. All right, guys, well, look, have a lovely Friday. Vlogmas will be landing later. There might be an extra vlog knocking around at some point. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoy a little Friday chinwag, and if you're full of Christmas cheer. And if you're not full of Christmas cheer, do a thumbs down, because you're a miserable old cock. Lots of love, guys. Take care. Bye.